What's going on? You're tuned in to another Six Visions exclusive interview. My name is Sik Saleem, and today I got a guest who's not just a YouTuber, but a very positive person all around. Her name is Mac.
I try to be.
Mac, how you
Hi,
doing?
good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Right
Super
off the bat,
excited.
like I said, you're a very positive person.
I try to be as much as possible. Yeah, I hope I come off that
You
way.
definitely do.
Good,
I
I'm
like that.
glad.
I like watching your videos. I like watching your Instagram stories because it's always that that burst of positive energy that I get.
Yeah,
from,
you gotta.
from your content. Let's jump right into it. So YouTube, you're on YouTube now. Why did you even want to start? What made you want to start?
So I wanted to start YouTube because I found myself. I have a lot to say when it comes to being to having self-love and self-awareness. I really want to have girls have their self-esteem up higher because nowadays society doesn't allow us to do that. Girls are gonna come off as cocky maybe or conceited, but I always say in my videos there's a difference between self-love and being conceited, right? So there's a fine line. So I really wanted to be the voice for girls to be able to stand up for themselves. If they want to be independent, go for it. Don't be afraid, because we're females. We're supposed to be, fit like this cookie cutter stereotype. So I wanted to make that change for girls.
Awesome. So when you did start, because being Middle Eastern, this is something that's not a, I guess, ideal career choice.
Definitely is
something, not even a career choice necessarily. Even as a hobby, I feel like it's something that's not looked upon as something to do.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Did you receive any backlash when you decided to do this?
Yeah, it was hard for me to tell some family members that this is what I want to do. But the reason why that they didn't like it is because I was in front of a camera and I'm recording myself and I'm a girl and you're going to post it on the internet. So immediately their mind goes into like left field. And when I started to upload videos and they started to realize what I was doing, they were more accepting. And I think now everybody is totally fine with it. I mean, it just depends on the video that I do. Like my video that I did that was 10 ways to boss up. Oh, my family loved that video. Because I'm telling girls, like, hey, this is what you're going to do and this is what you should do. And,
So when you did even want to start and you got your backlash and stuff like that, you being the very positive person that you are, what did you tell them? Like, did you always have this positive mentality? Did you kind of tackle it with them about it?
Okay, so I wasn't always a positive person. I feel like it just happened in the last year and a half. And while it's still fresh in my mind, I want to also take you guys on that journey that I'm going through. So then you guys can also have a journey and be like, okay, well, I want to like myself too, because there's a lot of influence to think otherwise of yourself. So I feel like now it's really hard to explain what my channel is, because I call it a lifestyle channel for a reason. Because while I'm showing you guys, this makeup palette or doing my makeup or giving you guys advice, I'm also trying to throw in having to give you guys advice about your self-esteem and society and all that stuff.
Now, I understand, coming into something like this, even not just being Middle Eastern but being a woman. Was that also a factor that kind of played into it? Oh yeah,
definitely. You're a girl going on camera. I think they just thought of it as being like, for what? What's the point?
Right.
But again, once they seen what I was doing, it was like, oh, okay, I see now.
Yeah.
So
what about the ideas even? First of all, what made you even become a positive person? Because you said it was just a year and a half.
Yeah.
So did something happen that made you wanted to switch?
Yeah. Even still now. So I have a really bad problem with my body image. But that happened because, so I have a video on my YouTube channel called 5 Pregnancies, but I only have 2 kids. So technically in my life, I've been pregnant 5 times, but I only have 2 kids. So those pregnancies, all the pregnancies, can take a toll on your body as a woman. So if my body doesn't look like, this certain celebrity, but she had 4 kids, I feel like you get you feel bad about yourself because you're like, oh, how did she do it? Or, oh, I didn't bounce back right away. And then it becomes like this, you're talking bad about yourself, and I am notorious for doing that. I still am, actually. I still am notorious for talking bad about myself. But the thing is, I know how to. I'm trying to do this thing where I want to rewire my brain.
Okay.
It's an actual thing that you could do. All you got to do is really, the second that you catch yourself talking bad about yourself, switch your mind into positivity and be like,
gotcha.
Say the opposite of what you're saying
right.
to yourself, really.
So it's like a lot of those like self-help books where it's like, you have to be positive and
I read lots of those.
Yeah, I read one called The Secret, actually.
Somebody told me to read that.
It was definitely life-changing. It's weird because I was such a, so like, fuck self-help books. Like, what can people tell me in a book that I don't hear every day anyways?
Yeah.
So you read that book and it's just something different for you. And no, it's definitely a good thing from there. Now, I've seen your videos, and there was a video that you had on Instagram instead of on YouTube that you posted up. Because you mentioned that your body image, stuff like that too.
Oh yeah.
It had to do with like this video game or this app or something that was targeted towards young girls about I guess injections or lip injections or something like that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
So I was scrolling on my Facebook one day, and an ad popped up for a game that's targeted towards younger girls. After researching it, I figured it was like ages 10 and up. And this game, what it does is you have this little doll or this little character, and you fill this girl's lips with injections and other body parts. So I want you to understand, at 29 years old, seeing that a 10-year-old girl is going to be playing that kind of game, what kind of image that she's going to be portraying about herself in her head. She's going to think that that's okay, or that's normal, or that's the way I'm supposed to look, not the way that I am.
Yeah. That's
the way I'm supposed to look. Okay, when I get to a certain age, I'm going to fix my lips, and I'm going to fix my butt, and I'm going to fix my... It becomes like poison for them. So when I posted it, not a lot of people liked what I had to say.
Right.
Because some people took it as... you're hating girls that have plastic surgery or that do cosmetic things to their face. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not a hater. I'm not going to hate on you if your lips are a little bit bigger or your butt is a little bit bigger because you decided to do that.
Right.
I'm trying to teach these girls that if it comes from a place of insecurity and all of a sudden you want to blow up your lips because you're insecure of yourself, that's when that negative domino effect of self-esteem happens. And I'm trying to let girls steer the other way. Instead of saying bad things about yourself, try and look at it and be like, I am pretty. Or
well, I mean, even going off that, it's like when they turn like the legal age for whatever it may be, it's like that's like the first thing they want to do.
Yeah.
It's like you turn 19, the first thing you do is buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah,
You turn 19, the first thing you do is go to a bar.
Yeah,
it's like, man, it's like if that's the first thing that's on your bucket list for when I turn the legal age,
you got to dig deeper. There's a reason.
Someone's got to have a conversation with you because one thing as well is like people look at celebrities like Nicki Minaj, Kim Kardashian, and obviously it's all plastic surgery.
Yeah, but they don't, because nobody comes out and says it.
Yeah.
Or even Photoshop. Don't even get me started on Photoshop. Okay, because so something recent that I was doing to when I first started YouTube, and my Instagram for that matter, I was doing this skin smoothing stuff.
Okay.
And somebody came to me and was like, "Hey, you don't do it. Just see what happens." From that day on, I stopped doing it. And honestly, it looks more better because it's natural looking. I'm connecting with people that are like, "Hey, she doesn't look fake. I like her."
Yeah.
So, a lot of these celebrities Photoshop, guys. I know you know what Photoshop is, and I know there's Kim Kardashian. Please understand that she probably Photoshops 99% of her pictures. So do you want to look like a fake Photoshop or do you want to look like you?
Well, the reason I brought them up too was because the whole plastic surgery thing too is like you got to realize the proportions even, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
another thing.
some people look at Nicki Minaj's butt and they're like, yo, that's way too big.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, you got to realize it's kind of it suits her body in a way. Whereas
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I've seen a lot worse where you have like size 2 girls who have
that big butt.
massive butts implants that are like
Yeah.
ridiculous because you can see it from the front.
Yeah, but then see that's when it becomes obnoxious.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by it gets carried away, where you don't even look the same. You look like an ant. An ant with the big butt and small waist.
Oh.
That's what you look like.
It's kind of like a tattoo in a way too, right? Like
Yeah.
like I love tattoos. If I got one, I know for a fact I'm gonna I love it one day and I hate it the next. Type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So it's like I tell my friends too, I'm like, yo, if you get a tattoo, make sure you fucking absolutely love it, because if you don't, like, sure, there's tattoo removal, but that's also damaging to your skin.
Or that's a long
It's just
process.
a long fucking story, right?
Yeah.
Plastic surgery or injections or fillers, I feel like it's the same way, where people are like, I'm just gonna get one tattoo, that's it. Next thing you know, a month later they're covered.
Yeah.
And it's like injections the same way. I'm just gonna get lips, or I'm just gonna do this, do that, and the next thing you know, you're now a Barbie doll.
Yeah, and you don't look like yourself, and nobody will know you on the street. So when you go to your little high school reunion, everybody will be like, well, who's that new girl, and why she's coming to our school?
So that's the main concern. No, but it's like, especially at a young age, though, I feel like if it's because you're so impressionable as a kid.
Yeah.
And I feel like nowadays, regardless of the medium, whether it's an app or a video or a movie or a song, the younger kids are your target audience.
Yeah.
Right? And so if you're targeting them at that young of an age with this type of material, it's going to, brand in their brains. And now it's sitting with them when they turn older. It's like,
oh, this is what I want
gotta
to do
it.
so bad. Or see, this is the thing is that these kids are easily influenced because they want to find an escape. So their escape, some of them is YouTube, some of them it's music, some of them it's Instagram, let's just say.
Right.
Basically, it's revolving around social media, which is wrong, because I feel like their brains are turning into mush and they're not thinking for themselves anymore.
Yeah.
You guys are having somebody think for you, and you guys don't even know it. So
that's the whole thing too.
Yeah.
Even like, man, I feel like if you post something online, a lot of times it's taken out of context.
oh yeah, definitely.
And like you said about the whole app thing, when people were giving you hate for it, they don't really look at what you were saying, rather than they probably just saw the overall thing, like, oh, lip
Some
injections.
of them didn't even read my caption.
Exactly.
Because it's too long.
Right, and that's the thing.
So I was like, okay, I'll copy and paste it for you, and then come back and let me know.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because it's either too long or the video's too long or the message is whatever. It's like, I don't want to hear it, and then they make their own conclusions. So you got to have the context in it too, right? And a lot of stuff nowadays too. I think you and I were talking about this off camera earlier. Is like today's generation is they're more sensitive to stuff than they were in the past. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying
I feel like it's like a
it really is
neutral.
like we're in a more PC world now.
Yeah.
And stuff that happened fucking 10, 12 years ago is now resurfacing. Like, you shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said
people
that.
are getting called out on YouTube, and it sucks. Well, it sucks and it doesn't, because it's hurting their brand, it's hurting their everything that they've worked for. So I'm looking at that aspect. But when it comes to if you're gonna apologize properly. Say the words "I'm sorry." It goes a long way.
Yeah.
People be like, "Oh, okay, they're actually sincere." Don't read off of a screen. Don't read off a piece of paper. Just let it come from yourself, because then it'll seem more genuine.
Yeah. But even based off that, with everything happening, why did you want to go into YouTube? Do you have aspirations to be someone like, of a Shane Dawson caliber, to be like, this is the level I want to be at and influence people, knowing something can come and bite you in the ass 10 years later?
Yeah. So,
or like, why did you want to jump into YouTube?
So I really wanted to jump into YouTube because I feel like I have a lot to say in terms of, hey girls, wake up and love yourselves. That's, something, and I always say this at the end of my videos, I say, be you, boo. So basically is just be yourselves and everybody would love you. If you're going to be the opposite, people nowadays are easily, they can really pick up on being fake.
Right.
Anybody who's fake, you're immediately crossed off.
Yeah.
So why be that type of person, and just be you and be genuine. Just watch what you say. Sometimes I feel like as females, we really could be hard on each other. Mm-hmm. That's another thing that I'm going to get into on my YouTube is girls hating girls. That's gotta stop, because and I said it before, if we came together as females, we would be way stronger, no offense, than men. Because, like, think about it. We hold babies. We can multitask better, you know, all these little things,
Yeah.
right? So
I'm not getting into that debate right now.
me
but,
either. No.
No, but see, that's awesome because, like, again, when I watch your videos, I get like this burst of positivity for
Oh,
myself
good. I'm
too.
so glad. That's
and
my
even
goal.
though you are targeting, you know, a lot of females, a lot of the girl
Yeah.
generation, I feel like it's still a diverse channel enough
Mm-hmm.
for everyone to watch it and feel that, you know, that push,
Yeah.
that boost of positivity for sure.
Yeah.
Now we talked about how, you know, some family members weren't really accepting
Mm-hmm.
of you
Of
doing
my
YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That kind of triggers. I feel like that kind of triggers like the mental state of people
yeah.
too. You know, it kind of puts you in a bad mental state when, especially if you feel like, you know, I don't have the support of my family, I don't have the support of my loved ones.
I wasn't even gonna do it.
Yeah. So like, what were some of the obstacles that your parents even said, or like someone close to you has told you?
I think it's just because when I explained to them, I'm gonna record myself, and this is what I'm gonna say. They forgot about the part where I said, this is what I'm gonna do. This is my point of doing it, and they were like, "You're gonna put this on the internet? You're gonna put yourself on the internet?" That was like a big no. That's such a big thing, and you know, and I think in a lot of cultures, it's really hard for girls to come out and be like, okay, well, I wanna be an engineer. Then, you know, the parents might be like, no, you're gonna be a nurse, but I don't like medical. Well, this is what I want you to do. That's something that a lot of parents need to realize. You need to sit down and talk to your kid properly, and not want them to do what only you want to do or what you imagined for them, because we're living in a different day, a different age, a different time, where what, like, these, I don't know if you know, but I keep up with a lot of I want to say, like, marketing and jobs and what's in and what's not. What are people mostly doing? A lot of these corporate jobs are not, like, they don't have security anymore. Like, today you're gonna go, tomorrow you're fired. So that's why I really preach entrepreneurship. Also, females need to get up and wake up on that, because I feel like there's not enough.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that female thing is, there's a fear, right? Because because don't get me wrong, a lot of the industries are male dominated.
Oh, yeah.
But there's always that fear in a female, like, should I do it? Like, why? What are people gonna think? What are people gonna say?
Yeah, that sentence, what are people gonna think, is like the story of my life.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, again, that's a culture thing. We're always brought up on, oh my God, what are the people gonna say? Oh my God, why did you do that? What are they gonna say? And then comes to find out, the people that they were worried about are the ones that are telling them, wow, we're so proud of her. Look at her. I can't believe she's doing this.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, we like it too. Why did
So
it
you
take...
think it's somebody else's influence that's influencing the people close to you?
Oh, yeah. Because I feel like in the beginning, like, okay, my parents are not people that watch YouTube.
Right.
So explaining it to them was, like, really hard.
Yeah.
And then showing them a appropriate YouTuber that I feel like I was going to be like, but all these YouTube girls are really not the opposite of what I'm doing. They kind of don't, they weren't preaching what I preach, basically. Right. So I didn't want to show them somebody that I knew they weren't going to approve of.
For sure.
So I was showing them.
You got to be selective.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I kind of, like, played it like that. So I tried my best to show them people that that I was, like, relating to, and this is the topic that I'm going to talk about. And it was like, why? Just focus on you, focus on your kids. Why are you going to care about that? Why do you want to do this? But now it's like, I watched your video and I'm so proud of you, and commenting and liking and sharing. And I was like, okay, like, in my family, to me, I feel like I'm the black sheep.
Yeah.
But I mean that in a good way. Now, at 29, I mean it in a good way.
Right.
When I was younger, I was always like, oh, I'm so different and I'm so weird, and, like, I don't have the smarts that I'm gonna be honest, I'm not smart like my siblings. I'm not the greatest at, like, let's say, math and science. And then, like, culturally speaking, cultured parents look at math and science to be like, you will go anywhere in life. Yeah. Right? I don't have, like my sister is so independent that I actually learned from her, but I wasn't before that, right? and my brothers, they have great jobs. My sister has a great job. And then there was me, who got married, had kids, and I'm at home. Apparently, that's the life for girls. That's like, oh my God, you hit the lottery. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I look at you guys like, you guys hit the lottery.
Yeah.
Right? But see, because I'm a female, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to sit at home. You're supposed to raise your kids. But then I'm like, well, why can't I do both?
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's almost forgotten that moms also have a life.
Oh yeah,
and you have
definitely.
your own things to do, right? Like, it's not like once you have kids, you just sit there and you watch them 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing? But
no, you can't. You'll go nuts.
I think it's awesome though what you started for sure.
Thank you.
Like I said, it does kind of affect the whole mental health aspect too.
Yeah.
And the whole month of May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, and you were part of this project that somebody put together.
Yeah.
It was this big collage. I'll actually post it right here so that people can see it. You want to talk a little bit about that? How you became a part of it? What it means?
Yeah. So the girl in the middle, her name is Keisha, and I knew her since high school. We went to high school together, and she is somebody who is very, very active on her Instagram account when it comes to, like I said, like what I'm doing, which is the self-love and for moms in general, because she had such a hard time with her pregnancies, and she opened up, things that people didn't ever talk about when it came to childbirth and what happens after you come home from the hospital. And it had things to do with your mental health. So she was like, I would love if you got on with it and you would just have to take a picture. And then she was going to go do this collage, basically. So I really wanted to get on it because I really want to touch base on mental health, but I've been avoiding it. Like, I've been tiptoeing around it because I want to find the right words. I don't want anybody to be offended. I don't want anybody to feel like, I don't know, I'm attacking or whatever the case is. I'm not attacking my own culture, guys. I'm not attacking my own religion. I would never. I'm just saying that we need to make different changes for the next generation.
Yeah.
In my culture and in my
Like, it does need to be said though, because I
community.
feel like even like myself, like I'm not Middle Eastern, but I'm Pakistani. It's close enough. I feel like mental health is such a slept on topic for regardless.
Yeah.
And not even necessarily just our cultures, anywhere. I feel like it's not really spoken about, and because of everything going on right now, I feel like it's such a important topic to be brought up and talked about now. Like the whole COVID thing, all that stuff too. I feel like depression numbers I read somewhere actually the numbers have gone through the roof. Yeah. Suicide rates have gone up, and it's like,
oh wow, suicide too.
Yeah, man,
Damn,
it's bad because. People, think about it. People that have already been suffering from all this stuff too. Now they're locked away for 4 months. They don't have a job anymore. They're always like, this is really like the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah. So, what can you do at this point? It's just something I feel like that does need to be talked about a lot. And unfortunately, in our communities, it is pretty much avoided. It's not something.
It is avoided because you can't go sit with your parents and be like, hey mom, hey dad, I'm sad. Well, why are you sad? You have this house. We do everything for you. We try our best. And look at your job. But it's not that anymore, right? Yeah. It stems off from a lot of trauma. And if you're not somebody who's self-aware about your trauma, you're not going to change. So if you're aware of your trauma and then you're trying to go and tell your parents about this trauma, just take it with a grain of salt what they say. Understand that they're not, because they didn't have somebody to be like, oh, I just had a baby, now I'm sad. These moms are from that, like, our moms didn't talk about that with people. Right. So they find it foreign to them that, oh my God, my daughter is sad because she just had a baby. That doesn't make sense. But they don't know nowadays. It's like, yes, it comes hand in hand when you have a baby. Your hormones go all the way down. So you're always up here in pregnancy, and then they go down. With your hormones going down, it's...
there is that shift.
Yeah, there's definitely emotional. You have a crying baby in your ear. It's all new shit. It's all new stuff that happens. It's fine. It's all new things that happen overnight, and you're like, I wasn't ready for this because nobody prepared me for it.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, that was definitely informational.
Sorry.
No, it's good. Honestly, it's good. Before we do sign off, though, real quick, do you have a positive note for people? Because you are the positive person.
Yeah. I would just like to say this. If you are somebody that's really suffering right now in terms of your mental state or your mental health, and you're afraid to go to your really close people, my DMs are always open. I say that in all my videos. If you guys, and I say it on my IGTVs, if you are somebody who needs help, I'm here. So what I like to do is, it's confidential. No one will know. I don't sit there and say, hey, did you guys know this and this about this person? That's not what I do. That's not what I'm about. I'm about change. And if you are willing to change, my door is open. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and watch me on my YouTube, just to really get a gist of like me, my personality. And if you guys like the message, then come and inbox me anytime. And like I say in my videos, you gotta be you, boo.
That's awesome. So where can they find you? What is your Instagram and your YouTube?
Okay, so my Instagram is Sincerely Mak with an underscore at the end, and my YouTube is just Sincerely Mak.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Mac, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Sik Saleem. You can follow me on all my social media pages. Links are in the description. Subscribe to this YouTube. Like.
Subscribe.
I don't know. I just point. I don't even know where anything
me
is.
Me either. I do that too. I go like, subscribe, and follow me on my Instagram. I do all that.
So comment on this video. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And also, before I go, I just want to say, again, I'm a big fan, and I look forward to seeing everything that you're coming out with.
Thank you.
Because it's honestly, it's refreshing to see, a new face pop up and say all the positive things that you are saying. So,
thank you. I'm so glad.
Yeah, awesome. So,
great.
Thanks again for watching.